Alright, today I'm going to be throwing on some new stainless steel rocker panels onto my rig here. You can see already I've removed the old rocker panel. I actually used a plasma cutter, kept it pretty clean. And now I've actually sprayed the inside of the rocker panel with truck bed liner. That's going to keep it from corroding any further. So it's been sandblasted and coated with a truck bed liner. So now what I've got to do is make a template of what I need for a rocker panel. The way I did that is we go back to the old pizza box. What I did is took a piece of pizza box and got the exact angle that I needed by laying it against the car and figuring out what I needed. So what you end up with is a little template. You can see right here. The dotted line is going to show the person at the metal shop exactly what I need for a piece of metal. And then I wrote in here I need it 63 inches long. Okay? Give you a close-up of the rocker here. So the reason I'm installing stainless rocker panels on this car is the first place to actually get rock blasted off is the rocker panels on a rally car. And if they're made of regular steel, the paint gets completely blasted off and they rust up real quick. So I'm going to throw on some stainless here. So after you get your template made and you go to the metal shop, the guy can bend you up a piece of stainless steel. I've got a piece right here. This is the piece I got back from the metal shop. It's 63 inches long and it matches my little template perfectly on the bends. So what you want to do is take your stainless steel piece, lay it up against the car and see how it fits. And it looks pretty good. I got it pretty darn close. So now I know that here are my jack post holes. It doesn't quite fit around there, so I'm going to mark those. And I need to cut out a little bit of material here and a little bit of material here. Then I'm going to mark the back side and whiz wheel that out. And I'll do that right now. Now that I've donned my birth control glasses and I've got my gauntlet style gloves on, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get to work on this. Alright, now I've got the rocker clamped on, fitted up, and it's looking pretty good so far. So now I'm going to actually take my Sharpie, trace the areas on the car that I need to grind, get all the paint off before I weld this sucker on. There's one last thing I need to do right back here. Now I intentionally left a little bit of overhang on this rocker panel so I can actually slit this and bend it down and it'll bend up in the rear, add a little bit of extra protection to this inner wheel well on the back. So now I'm going to show you what I need to do back here and I'll get to it. Alright, here's that extra overhang I was talking about. So what I did was I measured and cut into about here and here. So next I'm going to bend these in and weld them right to the inner fender here. So I'll show you that. Alright, so there's my new stainless steel rocker. It's all installed and fitted. So now all I'm going to do is take this rocker off and I'm going to smear some grease on the inside of this rocker panel before I weld that on. That's going to do two things. It's going to prevent any future corrosion to the inside of this rocker panel. And it's also going to capture any loose sandblast media that might be left over from the sandblasting process. So you got to be real careful. If you do put a little bit of grease on the inside of this, it can burn. So you got to be really careful when you're welding. Alright, I'm all set. I got the rocker panel mocked up here. I'm ready to tack weld it on. One thing I would recommend is you have a good pair of welding gloves and a t-shirt on so you burn the crap out of yourself. So here we go. So I changed shirts because, like I said, I burned the crap out of myself. So anyway, the welding's all done. I got the thing ground in and it fit up real nice. So that's it for stainless steel rocker panel installation.